Women. According to the Quran, Hadith and Sharia law, women have to follow a modest dress code and should cast their outer garments over their persons. Yet men do not have to. A woman, according to the Quran, is a creature who in dispute cannot make herself clear. Prophet Muhammad felt women are lacking in brains and in religion, and the majority of hell's residents are women. When it comes to testimony in courts, women testify in pairs, as one man's testimony is equivalent to 2 women in the Islamic courts. Women inherit half as much as their male counterparts. They are not allowed to travel without a male companion and cannot pray in mosques alongside men. They have to go to the back of the mosque or preferably pray at home with their children. Women can only marry Muslims and have a single partner. Men, on the other hand, don't have to marry Muslims and can marry up to 4 women. A woman should not fast without the permission of her husband, nor can she marry someone without the permission of her father, brother, or male guardian. A nation headed by a woman will never succeed, and the worst sin and distraction from virtue is by women. According to the Quran, in certain circumstances it is okay to beat your wife. Quran 4:34. Men are the maintainers of women because Allah has made some of them to excel others, and because they spend out of their property. The good women are therefore obedient, guarding the unseen as Allah has guarded. And as to those on whose part you fear desertion, admonish them and leave them alone in their sleeping places, and beat them. Then if they obey you, do not seek a way against them. Surely Allah is great. In Quran 38.15, thy wife on whom he had sworn that he would inflict 100 blows, because she had absented herself from him when in need of her assistance, or for her words. The oath was kept, we are told, by his giving her 1 blow with a rod of 100. Sahih Bukhari, Volume 7, 132. The Prophet said, none of you should flog his wife as he flogs a slave, and then have sexual intercourse with her in the last part of the day. And sadly, even the Prophet is claimed to have hit his wife. When sleeping with Aisha, Muhammad one day surreptitiously left his bed and went to the graveyard at Baqi. Aisha followed and watched what the Prophet was doing. When the Prophet frowned out, according to Book 4.2127, he struck me on the chest which caused me pain. Heaven. This is how Allah the Almighty describes heaven in the Quran. Quran 78:31-33. But for the God-fearing is a blissful abode, enclosed gardens and vineyards, and damsels with swelling breasts, their peers in age. But the pious shall be in a secure place, amid gardens and fountains, clothed in silk and richest robes, facing one another. Thus shall it be. We will wed them to the virgins with large dark eyes. Quran 44:51-54. Also husbands get 72 virgin girls in heaven. Tirmidhi 2562. Women get their husbands. If we are being intellectually honest and objective, do these quotes above sound more like being written by a 7th century Arab man or by a supreme omniscient being? But it is not just the content that I struggled with, it was the general tone throughout its entirety. In youth, many people are judgmental in their thinking. Generally speaking, it is only as they get older and wiser that their thinking becomes more blurred. The general tone and language shown here, or when the Quran refers to Jews and Christians, Quran 265 and 560, as sons of apes and pigs, does little to promote integration and racial harmony, nor further the fact that it may have been put together by an all-knowing being. Homosexuality. In accordance with Sharia law, homosexual practice is a religious crime that carries the death sentence. Sad 38.4447. If you find anyone doing as Lot's people did, i.e. homosexual acts, kill the one who does it and the one to whom it is done. Allah the Almighty revealed, the people of Lot, belied the messengers when their brother Lot said to them, "So fear Allah, keep your duty to him and obey me. No reward do I ask you for my message of Islamic monotheism. My reward is only from the Lord. Go you unto the males and leave those whom Allah has created for you to be your wives. Nay, you are a trespassing people." They said, "If you cease not, O Lot, verily you'll be one of those who are driven out." He said, "I am indeed of those who disapprove with severe anger and fury over this evil action of sodomy. My Lord, save me and my family from what they do." So we saved him and his family, all except an old woman, his wife, among those who remained behind. Quran 26, 160 to 171. The whole village was wiped out, but how could this race of people have been self-sustaining if everyone, as claimed, apart from Lot's family and an old woman, had been practicing in sodomy? If everyone wasn't, then God accepted the innocents were just collateral damage. With all God's powers, and in order to achieve what he wanted, he could at least have killed those who he set out to eliminate. The following hadith passage says that homosexuals should be burned alive, or have a wall pushed onto them. Muhammad said, "Cursed is he who does what Lot's people did." In a version on the authority of Ibn Abbas, it says that Ali had 2 people burned and that Abu Bakr had a wall thrown down on them. Mishkat, Volume 1, page 765. Prescribed punishments. The punishment of toppling a wall onto those guilty of homosexuality was used by the Taliban in Afghanistan. However, currently in Islamic states, hanging, usually from a crane in a public square, is the preferred method.